Timing is everything in dating. And I'm not talking about meeting the love of your life at the exact perfect time. I'm talking about whether you are taking a short term, medium term, or long term approach to dating. That kind of timing. One of my friends asked me if I had any advice for him because I met the love of my life, so now I'm a dating guru. So I thought long and hard about the fairest thing I could say to this friend who was struggling with dating. I asked, "Hey, what are your goals with dating? And when it comes to your time frame, do you feel like it's more like short-term dating or long-term dating?" He thought for a second and he was like, I'm not sure what you mean by short-term or long-term. And here's how I broke it out. I was like, okay, short term dating is when you are just looking to hook up and you're looking to have variety and fun and you have like a lower level of commitment and it's completely okay to be there. Don't lie to yourself if that's not you or that is you. And then long term dating, let's say at the very long term is I want to find my wife. So I want to hook up and I want to find my wife. Two completely different energies. And those different energies will cascade down into behavior, into how you conduct yourself when dating. And I feel like just getting really clear on what stage of dating you are and what time horizon you're looking at is super helpful. One, it helps people become more realistic about where they're at in their stage and station of life right now. So this friend, he was actually moving to another city soon. And when he thought about it, he was like, I think I'm more for short-term dating. I want to get to know my city, date around, then maybe later I'll like settle down and maybe meet someone. That, he said, was super helpful, very clarifying. And I think part of using this framework is this lack of judgment. Don't judge yourself if you want to hoe around or bro around, and don't judge yourself if you really want to find your soulmate. Like, all desires are equal. What I will say is the trap I fell into that was really hard is falling into medium term dating. So, medium term dating is that I wanted to find a significant connection. I wanted a relationship. So, it wasn't short term, but it also didn't have the conviction of I'm ready to meet my wife now. And my own critique of my dating life the last several years is that I landed in this medium term for way too long. And I didn't create enough conviction within myself, the courage to want to find my soulmate, my best friend, my wife. And so I find that this medium term dating was the hardest because it was really difficult to make this clear cut decisions when I got into the dating scene. So there were some wonderful people that I met that we wanted something more serious. And then that wouldn't really feel right for me because I needed more time, or maybe I didn't think they were the right person. The middle is always messy. There's nothing more frustrating than dating someone who doesn't know what they want. And I know because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've had someone tell me that. I've had women be very disappointed that I was wishy washy. And I've also been frustrated when I would think there would be so much potential with this girl, and then she'd say, like, oh, I'm just really not in like a place to date. Obviously, that might be just a nice way to reject me, which I fully accept. But the point being is that a lack of clarity is going to kill your game. And having a sense of whether you want to play a short term, medium, or long term game when it comes to dating is very clarifying. And I would just be real with yourself. There's no shame. This is just a helpful model to identify what is going to be your best approach in this season of love. So if you're single and kind of confused about dating, I hope that helps.